We kind of fold in a lot of world cultures that we're interested in their interior world, their sacred
Tree of Life
world. So these have come from the Kuan Yin, round that circular board you saw.
But the dream house we already had, and we have done the characters from our children's books, and they live in the dream house, and they're reflective of all of us, really, and our daughter and her journey. And so over the years, we've played with them. They've been quite fun.
And over here is the area that, well, she's showing you the artwork up on the wall. As you can see, we use all of our wall space. But over in this area, down another aisle of the room, is where we do our altered books. So we have the supplies for them. And once you move into multimedia, a warning to everyone, you end up gathering a lot of things. And so your space is filled up. So we have ribbons and fabric and string and rocks and everything that will fold into projects.
Now this here is actually another view of our space in the studio, and there's our wonderful tables that we write on. And over here is this is a low table. We'd like to sit kind of Indian style and do our writing, especially when we get up in the night. I love to do that. And this is actually a meditation and writing table.
And we're fortunate to be in a location that we very much needed, to be in nature. So outside there, she's showing you the St. George River, and it is a lovely spot. We needed that grounding, that connectedness, because when we're doing this kind of art, you really are in another world. So having the strength of the natural world around you is a big help. And we're fortunate because in this area, there have been days when like 28 bald eagles have flown overhead in the winter. So during this time of year, the alewives come up the river, and there are a lot of osprey and stuff. So that really helps ground us and nurture us and connect us with nature. And then we fold that back into our imaginal world. Yeah.
This is the library. We've built shelves up to the ceiling to handle a lot of the books that we love to read and use for inspiration.
We love books as much as we love paint. So.
Yeah. And at the end of the hall is doors we did from a show called Through the Wardrobe, that actually behind it is all of our art that we have stored.
And we're lucky to be living in our studio space. It's a size that has its own kitchen and shower, and so we're able to live here, which is unusual, but it gives us a full immersion into staying connected with our muse and being available to it all the time. And that was the commitment when we came together, was to have a continual presence with the sacred, the invisible, the imagination, the muse that is a companion and a source of nourishment and nurturing and compassion. And we hope that that comes through in the work that we do and that we share with you.
What we just showed you was the show called Navigational Maps. This is another show we did called The Divine Archetype, and it's a very large piece. And then the show was collaboration with an a cappella singer, a good friend of ours,
Amy
Robbins Wilson. My mind is not always here right now. And anyhow, it became just a lovely, beautiful show where we projected patterns onto her while she sang.
So you really are getting a tour of the studio, because I think most artists would just stick to the artwork and say, this is this, this is this, this is its dimension, the size. I use such and such materials, but we're actually showing you.
This is where we eat breakfast.
This is where we eat breakfast. This is where we look out the window. This is the kind of environment that we draw our inspiration from, so that you get a broader perspective of who's behind the artwork, where it comes from, and we feel fortunate to be able to work together, and we have each other's support and love, and that helps us to generate the volume that we do. We've done numerous shows over the years, and usually when we do shows, we have anywhere from 20 to 30 to 60 to 80 pieces new of that year that we've done. So we are doing art.
This is where we started, an overview. Now I'm going to take you down the hall a little bit, and then we're going to stop. We love to combine our artwork with our books and our sculptures and toys. We like them all living together, and pictures of our loved ones and people that are dear to us in our family.
So we plan to do several videos throughout the year. This is just the first tour, and as we continue doing videos, then it'll be not so much, a tour of the studio again, though that can happen, but it'll be talking more about what we're doing, what we're thinking, how things are evolving, the inner life, because we had done 33 one-hour radio shows a couple years ago called The Creative Life. So I think we may integrate that into our videography.
We went through the creative process in detail, the fallow period.
So we'll share that with you as
when you break it apart.
Put this on our website. So again, our website is clarityandcompany.com, all lowercase, all one word, with the word "and" spelled out. So if you get a chance to visit and you enjoy this, we would appreciate it if you would let others know about it.
This is an oracle.
Visit too.
This is an oracle that we did for a show that, called The Oracle, and we used pieces of blocks, small children's blocks, and with our sculptures, and we painted it. And then you turn the block around, and it says different things.
Away so it doesn't blur out.
So I got today to play, and so there we go.
And there's sleep, and
this is sit.
Play. Yes.
So it's very simple, but it's very fun, and it's lots of times we need the simple to help us stop and become aware of what it is that we need so that we can create.
So thank you for coming to the studio and stopping by the website, and hope that you check back, because we do intend to share more of the creative life with you, and it maybe give you a glimpse not only about work that's being done, but how it comes about. So thank you for coming today.